The Group 1 Tancred Stakes is a feature race on the card at Rosehill on Saturday, and Military Mission is backing up after his honest run in the Group 1 Rambit Stakes last weekend. This European import keeps improving, and he's bounced out of last weekend's run. He's sure to give things a shake on Saturday.
Yeah, most certainly, and I think he gets much better conditions to do so this weekend. He's on the quick backup, not concerned by that, as a slowly run Rambit Stakes, and just difficult for him to win from that position. He should really appreciate this distance, and I think he's backed up very well.
Coin Toss was very impressive in the listed National Sprint at Canberra, where he won by 2 lengths. He will attempt to keep his winning streak intact in the Group 3 Doncaster Prelude. Are you happy with the progress he's made since his first up run?
Yeah, most certainly. He couldn't have been more impressive there. I thought he's trained on very, very nicely. This is a step up for him once again, but I do think with the improvement that we've seen, he looks well placed here.
New Endeavour is currently an emergency for the Group 3 Doncaster Prelude. He won his most recent trial at Ramwick and will be looking for his debut Australian win with Tim Clark in the saddle. Has he made good improvement this preparation?
He's had the 3 trials in preparation for this first up run. I thought he looked like off the back of those trials, you're going to appreciate getting over a little bit further. If there's some good speed on Saturday, no doubt that'll help his cause. But I do think this preparation, now that when he's fully acclimatised to Australian conditions, he's really going to appreciate getting out to a 2,000 metre trip.
Butch Cassidy has always been a very talented colt, and he will be knocking on the door for a second career win for James Harren Bloodstock in the Group 3 Star Kingdom Stakes. He has 2 promising trial performances under his belt. Is he ready to run a big race?
Yeah, I do think so. First up, he's taking on the older horses. Not an easy task for him against some talented sprinters. But I think he's come back in really good shape, as seen by his most recent trials. He does appreciate getting out in trips slightly. The 1,400 metres is where he's best placed. But there's a couple of nice races for him coming up, and I think he'll be ready to fire fresh.
Hawaii 5-0 will line up alongside a stablemate in the Group 3 Star Kingdom Stakes over 1,200 metres, with Nash jumping from barrier 2. He was super last preparation when fighting at the finish in a number of the top sprint races, and is training nicely ahead of this intended assignment.
Yeah, for his consistency over his career, he's forced to carry the big weight here, but a lovely big strong horse that I don't think that'll be too much of an issue for him. First up over the shorter trip, he's bringing plenty of class. He's had a couple of nice quiet trials. No doubt he does reserve his best for race day, and he looks in good shape going into Saturday.
The ever-consistent Omni-Man will make up the stable's third runner in the Group 3 contest. He ran another solid race at Rosehill 2 weeks ago, where he battled gamely down the straight yet again and wasn't beaten far at the line. Can he get the job done on Saturday?
He's in with a lightweight chance. I do think this preparation, he's racing like he'll appreciate getting out to the 1,200 metres, which was in contrast to his style last campaign, where he looked to be a 1,000 metre specialist. But now as an older horse, he's settling and relaxing well in his races. This may well be where he's best placed with a bit of weight relief.
Serpentine gave us all such a huge thrill when winning the listed Ramwick City Stakes 3 weeks ago. We were delighted to see him back in the winner's circle and gain that much-deserved victory. He's drawn well in barrier 1, and Tim Clark will look to use it to his advantage.
He looks to be in really good shape, this horse. Very pleased with the condition he's been in all campaign. Certainly very satisfying to see him win first up. No reason he can't continue that winning streak. Looks very well placed here under the weight scale. It's a distance he's very effective at, so I expect him to be very competitive on Saturday.
Anode ran an excellent race in the Pago Pago 2 weekends ago to finish second to Dublin Down. He has taken nice improvement from each of his starts so far this campaign and will relish stepping up in distance to 1,400 metres in the Group 3 Bailou Handicap.
He's a horse that looks like he's been looking for the 1,400 metres in the couple of runs that we have seen him. The format of that race looks very good. He does have to give weight to some promising types, but he's proven himself at this grade. So no reason he can't be very competitive for us. I think he'll prove hard to beat.
At Flemington, Major Beale will look to secure his ticket to the Melbourne Cup via the listed Roy Higgins with Jai McNeil in the saddle. We expect the rise in distance to 2,600 metres here to bring about further improvement, and it should enable him to get into a nice rhythm.
I thought he was very good first up at the distance. He did race a little bit fresh, so I expect him to be able to find a better rhythm this start. It's a nice race for him. He's a talented horse on his day, and I feel he's in good shape going into this run.
Special Envoy appears to be backfiring on all cylinders following his most recent trial win at Donald. We were delighted with the way he attacked the line in that contest, and he hasn't missed a beat since. Will he be there in the finish in the benchmark 80 handicap over 2,000 meters with Jordan Childs in the saddle?
Certainly hope so, because the horse has got plenty of talent. He's been a little bit inconsistent for us, which has been frustrating on a few fronts. But the gear change looks to have been the trick with him going off his trial. So hopefully we can see him bring that form to the races, and no doubt we've seen what he's capable of previously. And if he can be running to his best, this is a winnable race for him.
The provincials will be held at Wyong, where Kilcare Beach Girl will be looking to break her maiden at the first time of asking. This 2-year-old filly by Too Darn Hot has 2 nice trial performances under her belt. Can she get the win at the first time of asking?
That may be a difficult ask for her, but she's been well educated, has a good grounding. Just given her breeding and what we've seen from her to date, it gives you the impression she'll continue to improve as she gets over a bit further later in her career. And saying that, hopefully a class can get her through. The 1,200 metres should suit, but she's a nice filly going forward.
Star Blazer will look to improve on his first up effort at Kensington, where he finished at the back of the pack over a distance short of his best. Will the step up and trip suit him in the maiden handicap?
Yeah, definitely. The step back in class and the step up and trip are the 2 key factors for him. He was very honest. The fast run trip last time just had him out of his comfort zone, so expecting big improvement.
Teofilo Star returns to the flat in the Stawell Cup over 2,000 metres with Jordan Childs in the saddle. He was unlucky at his last outing at Warrnambool, where he lost his footing coming over a fence, so no doubt he'll be looking to redeem himself on Sunday.
Yeah, no doubt. The horse has come out of that run unscathed and he's in good shape. He's trained on nicely. This is a nice distance for him. He's obviously had a good grounding with his recent racing and trials, so I'd expect him to run very well.
Professor Pickles is the stable's sole runner at Nowra. This 3-year-old son of So You Think will be looking to break his maiden at the third time of asking. How has he been training leading into his first up run this prep?
He's been excellent. I've been very pleased with him. I thought he's nice and forward for his first up task. A horse that's no doubt going to appreciate getting over a little bit further given his breeding, but he is nice and forward off the 3 trials. So looks in very good shape and hopefully can kick off with a much improved performance from what we've seen previously.